Melanie. Welcome back to my channel here at Simple Made Pretty. Today I wanted to share with you a few patriotic crafts that you can easily make using dollar store finds. And they're going to look great for Memorial Day, July 4th, anytime you want to have red, white, and blue displayed. So let's get started. This first patriotic DIY project is this burlap ribbon pool noodle wreath. Supplies needed for this project are one pool noodle, some green duct tape or masking tape, burlap ribbon, and some patriotic decorations from the Dollar Tree. You can find all of these items at the Dollar Tree. My burlap ribbon is from Michael's Stores. And the first thing that I did was I taped my pool noodle into a circle, and then I started wrapping the burlap ribbon around my noodle, which is now a wreath, and I continued to wrap the ribbon until it was completely covered. And I took my glue gun and glued down the edge on the inside. I folded it under so you didn't have any burlap unraveling. You don't want to have your burlap unravel. It gets pretty messy. Now, the next thing that you can do is you can add decorations. I found these items from the Dollar Tree, these stars and these signs, and I also found this cute little decorative bow. You can make your own decorations, but what I did was I cut these apart and glue gun to attach some twine to the back of these stars, rather than gluing the stars directly to the wreath, because I wanted to be able to use this burlap wreath later on for another holiday. And this way I can just untie these stars when July 4th is over, and I can use this wreath for another holiday. So I simply just tied on some twine, which you can also find from the Dollar Tree. And what I'll do is I'll flip the wreath over and tie the stars on to the back of the wreath. And you can just kind of tie them, and so they're tucked under so you don't even see them. And the bow at the top, what I did was I took a little sewing pin, and I just pinned it in place. You could also use twine to tie it in place if you wanted to do that. And if you didn't want to tie things, you wanted to make this a permanent wreath, you can glue it on using your hot glue gun. And then I just kind of arranged the stars. Now this little sign, I decided to attach a separate piece of twine onto it because I wanted it to hang down the middle like a little additional decorative sign, added a little bit something more to my wreath other than the red, white, and blue stars. And so I simply just used my glue gun and attached a piece of twine, which I did cut at the top so that I was able to tie it around the top of the wreath. And so you'll see here, I'll remove this bow. It's just simply pinned into the foam, the pool noodle part of the wreath. And what I do is I'll pin that bow back to the top and hang it on the door, and there you go. You have this cute little patriotic wreath made from a pool noodle. This next Dollar Tree DIY doormat literally cost $1 to make, and it's the perfect addition for your patriotic decorations. The supplies needed for this project are some star stickers found at the Dollar Tree, some multi-surface paint. I like Martha Stewart brand. It's waterproof and great for fabric. You can also use Sharpie markers. I used red and blue Sharpie markers and a white chalk marker, which you can find at the Dollar Tree. And then you'll also need to pick up a brown doormat. The Dollar Tree does have gray doormats, but I'd recommend a brown one for this project just to make sure your colors can, you'll be able to see your colors in red, white, and blue. Now here I'm showing you the Sharpie method that I used. I simply strategically placed these star stickers all over my mat, and then I started tracing the stars with my Sharpie markers in red, white, and blue. And then for the Sharpie method, I just colored in the star completely using the Sharpie marker. And after this, I'll show you how to paint it. And then I also show you how to use the Sharpie and paint combined, which is what I ended up with for my mat. And here you can see what I did was I traced it with paint and then painted on the inside. And then this is the Sharpie and paint method, and this is the method that I ended up doing all over my mat just because it looked a little bit better. For this next DIY, I'm going to show you how to make some Patriotic stenciled pillow covers that will go great with the rest of your Patriotic front porch. You'll need to create a star stencil, and I did so by using a star puncher found at Michael's stores. You'll also need a foam brush, some blue and red multi-surface paint or fabric paint, and some painter's tape. This white pillow cover is from Ikea. Use the star puncher to create a star stencil, and then use the painter's tape to create lines like an American flag on the white pillow cover. Use your foam brush and fabric paint to lightly stencil the red and blue colors, and then once your paint is on, you want to remove the tape immediately. I did the same process for this star pillow. I simply used painter's tape to create a star image on an Ikea pillow cover case. I used white multi-surface paint on this star, and once the paint was applied, I immediately removed the tape and let it dry overnight. You can also use your star stencil that you created to make this garland in the back and an all-star blue pillow like the one pictured. Thanks again for tuning in to my channel, and I hope you enjoyed today's DIY. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss my latest videos. You can also subscribe at simplemadepretty.com so that you get my latest emails. See you later!